Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I am so excited to finally be doing this. I did intend to make the trip I just went on. Also, by the way, excuse my voice, I'm obviously sick, so I don't usually sound like this, so gross. I did intend to make my recent trip to Scotland and Germany with Dfyne, my very first YouTube video, but I got sick immediately and that was not happening. So I apologize. So what I have decided to do instead, which I think will be really, really helpful for a lot of people because I do get asked it a lot, is like more of a reset sort of video in regards to what I do to get myself back on track, given that I've just come back from a little holiday. I didn't really train. I only trained 3 times in 10 days. My nutrition was off, my routine was off, all those things. So it's quite literally getting back on track, resetting, because I also am going back away overseas in exactly 1 week today. So I have 1 week to get my shit together and get myself feeling human again, ready to do this all over again. But I'm honestly so grateful for everything that's happening right now, all these incredible opportunities that are coming my way. Like, I feel so grateful, so blessed, but it is rocking me sideways. So we need to rejuvenate. We need to get back on our stuff, and I'm gonna go through how I do this because I'm not being hard on myself. I think that's one of the most important things when it comes to when your routine is out of whack, when things aren't going to plan. You know, obviously I'd love to maintain my training and maintain my nutrition and maintain my morning routine and my nighttime routine, all those things that I'm so on top of when I'm at home that make me feel my best. Like, I keep all these things not just because of obviously living a healthy lifestyle, but because I feel my best mentally and physically when I do those things. But it's just not manageable when we're away, and we can work around, we can make the most out of the situation we're in. So, you know, doing bits where it's feasible, where we can. So whether it's going for walks when you can, going to the gym when you can, choosing the healthier option when you can, those types of things. But still, being out of routine for me, it just, everything feels so out of whack. I feel so out of my body. So this week I have been so excited just to get back on track and get back to feeling good again. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I do to do that. So that you guys can do it for yourself, or refer back to this if you're feeling out of whack, or if you just want to kind of improve your everyday routine to be feeling healthier, happier, more energized, more aligned, then I hope that this helps you. So welcome. I hope that you guys love this video. I hope that you find it helpful, and stay tuned for more, because this is going to be a regular. I'm here and I'm here to stay, and I have got the most exciting trip excuse me, coming up. So I just got back from, I just want to talk a little bit about what has been happening, obviously share with you guys everything. So just went on a trip with Dfyne to first Scotland. So we went and saw the Dfyne HQ, which was incredible. So I'm from Australia, so it was a 30-hour flight over there. So long flight. It was actually my first international trip as well, like proper international. I've been to Bali, which is like a 6-hour flight, but I don't think that counts. I didn't really see any sunlight for like 10 days. It was really cold. It was just a huge shock to the system. So no wonder I got sick. But this next trip is a little bit different, but I'll get to that. So we first went to Scotland, but the second part of the trip was a huge secret that we had to keep from everyone. And that was, we were going to Germany for FIBO, and it was a surprise appearance. No one even at FIBO knew that we were coming. So we had like a big black wall. Literally everyone was like, what is going on there? And then we had a like surprise veil drop down on the Saturday at lunchtime, and that was incredible. The the crowd was insane. I got to meet so many people, which was such a surreal experience. To be on the other side of the world and have people come up to you and like follow you, like I was literally like, oh my freaking God, my heart was so full. So that was just incredible. And I just feel so honestly, the one word is like just grateful, like so grateful for the opportunity, so grateful for all the people that like support and follow me, like just, it's so surreal. So that was such an incredible experience and so much fun. But yeah, then by day 2, I was rocked. I literally was so sick. I completely lost my voice. So if by any chance anyone from day 2 is watching this and you met me and you were like, why is her voice sounding like a man? I promise that's not my real voice. I was so sick. I literally, I was there for the second half of the day. I was there for like 2 hours to begin with, and I was so sick. I had to go out the back and have a nap because I was like, I can't function. Like I can't keep my eyes open. So that was, I felt really bad about that because I love people. I love talking to people. I love that sort of stuff. So to have to like remove myself, I was like, oh, so sad, but so excited to do it next year, hopefully. But yeah, that was absolutely incredible. Had such a good time, but then I was, yeah, extremely sick for the remaining days. And then it was time to come home. So got home Wednesday about lunchtime. Yesterday, just kind of started getting my stuff together, went back to the gym for the first time, still kind of recovering from being sick. And then today is like my official get back on my shit day. So thought I need to jump on and chat to you guys. So yeah, I'm going to make my coffee now. And then we can have a little coffee chat. Make my coffee together because this is my favorite coffee. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I feel sorry for you, but you need to know. Also, another thing, I genuinely feel so sorry for people that live not in Australia. Your coffee, no wonder you guys aren't coffee drinkers because I wouldn't be either. Your coffee sucks. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Us girls, we were literally scavenging the earth to try and find good coffee. And that was hard. That was very hard. Of course, you guys drink Starbucks and stuff because you need as much sweetener as possible to make the coffee drinkable. So happy to be home. I've missed my coconut cold brew. So you guys are gonna see how I make it. It is so delicious and it's everything my body is craving right now. So let's go. Oh my God. This is all I have been craving for the last 12 days. Ideally, I would have come home to this and this would have been the first beverageino I had upon walking through my doors, but it wasn't here. So I had to go buy it yesterday. Ugh. So the cold brew matters, the coconut water matters. So unless you have my 2 ingredients, it may not taste the same. So don't come at me if you try like a different coconut water and a different coffee. This is Awaken Cold Brew. They deliver, I think, around all of Australia. Sorry, my overseas people, you're gonna have to deal with your crappy coffee. And then Cocobella coconut water, 10 out of freaking 10. Also, you can get the chocolate Cocobella coconut water. So good as well. But let's start talking routine and how to get back on track. Okay, you guys are in my office with me. Welcome. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what I do to get myself back on track. This is a really common question I get, and this doesn't just have to be for, you know, if you've gone off track from being on a holiday or maybe you've been sick or whatever it may be. This is just getting back on track in general. So I am a huge fan of routine. And like I said earlier, it's not just because of like the physical benefits. It is honestly for the mental benefits more than anything. I feel like I am so much more productive. I am so much more aligned with myself. I just feel like I am me when I am in routine. Like I'm a better version of myself. I'm kicking goals. I'm happy. I'm healthy. All those things that make me feel and be my best. So routine for me is so, so, so important. And I try to keep routine in any way, shape or form as much as I can, no matter what I'm doing. But there's going to be times where your routine is going to be very, very out of whack. And that is okay. It is so okay to have times when we're off track, because that is part of being human. We can't always control everything. I always say control the controllables, but there's going to be times when you're not going to be able to control how much you exercise, whether or not you can keep your morning routine and go for those walks, your nutrition, all these things. We have to be adaptable as well. So that is definitely what that trip recently was for me. I had to be very adaptable in the sense that I had extreme jet lag. So my first priority was on sleeping and definitely not waking up at the crack of dawn with the sunrise and going for a walk. I was also with a group of people, so it wasn't as easy to just navigate doing what I can do in my own time. I had to also cater for everyone else's time. And then also when it came to food was very limited, we were in a foreign place, so we had to really make the best decisions with what we had there. And I definitely did stay on track as much as I could. My protein intake was dead ass low. But again, all these things are fine. And this is not to say like I'm not beating myself up about that at all, because this is life. But it's more so just being aware, like I did the best under what I could. I enjoyed the moment, but now that I'm back home, I'm not feeling the best. So I want to get myself back to feeling the best I can. And at the end of the day, I know what is required to get there. So it's time to bring those things back in. So there's a few things that I always look at when it comes to me feeling my best. And a lot of the times we can look back on times in our life when we felt amazing. And we go through stages of life where that changes. We wake up one day and we're like, oh, I feel like crap. And like, you're like, I don't know why. But if we actually look at, okay, what was I doing then that made me feel good? And what am I doing now? And you can separate the gap. It's like, okay, so what's different? And a lot of the times it's everything, or, there's a few things here and there, but a lot of the times it's a lot of things. So you can start to really bring awareness to the fact that, okay, I felt my best when I was actually getting decent sleep, when I was going to the gym, when I was exercising every day, when I was going for my morning walk, when I was properly hydrated, when I was eating good food, all those little 1%ers that add up to create, the bigger picture, which is when we're feeling our best. So for me, the first thing I needed to do getting back home was I needed to find a good sleep routine. The difference in time zones was literally polar opposite. So that was really challenging for me. Also, given I'm in such a routine with my sleep schedule. Like I religiously go to bed by 9 p.m. and I wake up, at sunrise. So let's say like no later than 6 a.m. And my body clock was so rigid in that for so long. So actually changing that was really hard, and I've been really struggling with that. So coming back home, my first priority was sleep. And sleep is something that is so overlooked when it comes to being healthy, because it honestly regulates everything. You want to think of sleep as literally your body's number one regulator. It is literally what helps your brain function, your digestive system, your recovery with your muscles. Everything links to sleep, and without sleep we would die. This is the one thing we would die without. So sleep is crucial, and it is always the first thing I look at when it comes to combating my health. The next thing was getting back into more of a more consistent morning and nighttime routine. I may not be waking up at the exact same time because sleep is my priority. It's making sure that I get up and I go for that morning walk, because for me, the morning walk isn't just an exercise thing. It's actually getting that natural sunlight first thing in the morning. It's getting some movement first thing in the morning. And I know that those two things set up my day for success. So even if it's a 10-minute walk, a 20-minute walk, a 60-minute walk, a walk I find is so beneficial for so many reasons, and it really helps me connect with myself and just feel overall happier and brighter for the day. So I wanted to bring back in my morning walk, and then that tends to set me up to be more productive. I come home, I have my morning coffee that I have not been drinking, so I need to take another sip. and then I can get into work. So I just find that that really sets up my day to feel my best, and then it is like more of like a domino effect for the rest of the day. So that was really important for me. The next thing was sunlight. That is something that I knew my body was craving, and sunlight is it's a really funny one because people don't actually truly understand how beneficial and how important vitamin D, so sunlight, real sunlight is. And I feel so grateful that we live in Australia and we have so much of it. I do definitely feel, like I mentioned earlier, if I have a few days without sunlight, my whole body like almost feels like it's shutting down. Like I feel like a shell of a human. So those 10 days, I was like, literally, I need to step out in the sun. I need to get some energy from the sun, because I just felt so deflated. So that was something I'm like, I'm going to get sunlight every single day, any chance I get. Vitamin that our body does crave. So it is like if you were to take vitamin C, for example, if you take vitamins from, vegetables and fruits and that sort of stuff, the sunlight is also a vitamin, so we do actually need that. So I wanted to get as much sunlight as I can, so I get that first thing in the morning, and then I'll aim to go for like, just even if I'm just sitting outside doing work, or going for another walk in the afternoon, or laying in the sun if it's good weather, just trying to get as much sunlight as I can. Hydration, I feel like I'm always on top of. You can still stay on top of that overseas, so keeping that consistent. The next thing was definitely getting back on track with my nutrition. Not for any other, like not because I'm like, oh, I've eaten so much crap. Because again, if you did, that's absolutely fine. That's part of being human. Eating good isn't just to look a certain way, it is to feel a certain way. And I'm going to keep cementing that throughout all of this, because health to me is not just about being lean, having a six-pack, looking fit. It is you feel your best, your body functions better, your brain functions better, you're a better person. All these things are related to health, and nutrition is such a crucial component to that. Nutrition is what is going to hold all the vitamins and minerals that our body craves. It's so important to make sure that we do have a well-balanced diet, that we're getting good food into our diet. And that is extremely important to me. So coming back home, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting in my vitamins and minerals, getting in some vegetables, getting in some fruits, getting in enough protein, and that is what I've been doing. So just getting straight back on track with my nutrition, and I have already it's only been 1.5 days and I'm already feeling better for it. My stomach definitely shrunk being overseas as well. We were not eating very much. The time zones were very different, so we weren't hungry, all those types of things. So although my portion sizes are smaller at the moment, I'm still just trying to make sure I'm getting quality nutrients in, and that's extremely important. So because I know when I'm away, I'm eating more takeout than usual. I'm not saying I can't eat takeout here, but my body isn't craving it, I'm not craving it. I just want to eat healthy food. So that is what I'm currently doing. If this is more just like a reset for you, where you're just trying to be healthier, then if you want to have like takeout once a week or whatever, but just making sure that you are having majority of your food being healthy, whole foods that your body's actually going to absorb and use to nourish it and function at its best and feel its best. That is extremely important as well. The next thing, obviously, exercise. So you can see that out of all of these things, exercise, kind of like training, proper training, it's all of these things are equally as important to me, but you can see it's actually at the last of my priority list, because all these other things is what is combining me to be healthier and like rejuvenate my body from the inside. I'm also sick, so training isn't really up the top of my priority list to get me feeling healthy and happy again. But it makes me feel better mentally. So training, I'm getting back into my training as well. I'm taking a bit easier given that I had a lot of time off being away. You don't need to bounce straight back to where you are. It's so important to make sure after some time off, just give yourself a bit of grace. I always say when you have time off, just ease back into it and just get the feel of things again, and just do it to like move your body. Like moving your body is like, we don't just need to train to like smash ourselves, but moving our body to like nourish ourselves in a way. So getting back into training and just going through the movements, taking things a little bit lighter because I'm sore and also I'm sick, so I'm puffed so much, but just getting back and doing something that you enjoy is really important. So if you're someone who you don't really enjoy exercise, like I really encourage you, find something that you do love and enjoy, whether that's yoga, whether that is classes, whether that is Pilates, whatever it may be. If we're looking from like, I definitely have my own opinion in what the best form of exercise is, but at the end of the day, no form of exercise is best if you don't enjoy it and you can't be consistent with it. So this is where it comes into, it is so important to enjoy and create a life that you enjoy, habits that you enjoy, whether that's your training, your nutrition habits, your morning routine, your night routine. If you hate it, if it is such a chore and you dread it, you're not going to be consistent with it. So you're never going to get the benefits from it. So it's so important to make sure that the habits that you build are ones that you enjoy, one that you look forward to. Like, I look forward to waking up in the morning to do my morning routine. I look forward to going to the gym because I love my training. I look forward to eating all my meals because I love the food I eat. All these things, they're so important, and people really overlook the importance of enjoyment with what you do, and they're just like, what is best? But there's nothing is best if you can't be consistent with it, if you can't do it like with your training with intensity. So getting back into training, enjoying that again, getting some movement, waking up these muscles, and yeah, that has been really, really good as well. So that is what I am going to be focusing on doing throughout this next week as well. And last but not least, the final thing that I have been really being consistent, or I'm going to be really consistent with implementing back into my routine to have me feeling my best, is my saunas. Now, I'm obviously sick, so this is going to help me pretty much flush out all the toxins and hopefully get me feeling better sooner. But then also, I love the saunas for, reducing inflammation and just kind of just making me feel better. I definitely feel better having the sauna. So that's something that, again, it's more of a feeling, and I really want to flush out this sickness before I go away again. So that is something that I've been at the moment doing daily until I feel like I'm better, and then it will go into every second day. So that is my little getting back on track, what I'm going to be doing to get myself feeling better and just back into routine. So I hope that helps you. The biggest tip is to make sure that you relieve the pressure. Don't be hard on yourself. Life is life. We can never be perfect, and it's not what you do sometimes, it's what you do most of the time. So there's going to be times when we go off track, when things don't go to plan, when there's a lot of things out of our control. When you're sick, when you're away, there's going to be things that are going to pop up that is going to take us out of routine, and we need to be adaptable. So it's, enjoying those moments, doing the best you can in those moments, but actually being able to pull yourself back out of that and back in line and back on track. So I hope that this helps. Keep it simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You may not be able to do all 6 things that I mentioned straight away, but start with, 3 things. So, like, they're all quite simple things that I feel like is very manageable for everyone. But just, I would say, don't put an overly big amount of pressure on yourself, in particular with your training and nutrition, getting back on track. Make sure your training is something you enjoy, and that should really help you be able to get back on track with that. For example, like doing classes, booking into those classes, those types of things. With your nutrition, just trying to get in more whole foods rather than going to a strict diet plan. And I think that will really help you ease back into it a little bit easier, and without so much pressure on you as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I do head away again on Friday. I can tell you guys what this is for. Should I? You'll probably know by the time that this, actually, I'm going to keep that a secret for now, but it is on the other side of the world again. So we have another 30-hour flight coming up, which I am scared. I am scared for it because the way my body, surely though, recovering from this sickness, my immune system will be up and at 'em, and I will not get sick again, surely. But I mean, we can't be sure. So fingers crossed, everyone pray for me. But that is an extremely exciting trip. The last one was very, very work. Being at the expo, it was very, very full on. So no wonder I'm so run down. But this next trip is going to be a bit more fun, a bit more lighthearted. I'm going with the girlies again. And then we meet a few of the other Dfyne girls over there as well, which will be just freaking incredible. This location, a dream. So I can't wait to share this with you. I am going to be vlogging that trip because I will actually have the time to do that. So I'll take you guys along for that. I can't freaking wait. It is going to be insane. So I hope you guys enjoyed my very first YouTube video. I hope it was helpful. I again apologize for being sick, and hopefully I'll be better by the time the next video is out and you guys can hear my natural, probably still annoying voice. But thank you for tuning in. If you did enjoy this video, it would really help if you guys liked it, if you subscribed, all that jazz. I'm sure that's how it works, because there'll be much more coming your way, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. And I appreciate your support, and I'll chat to you guys very soon. I hope you have the best week or the best weekend whenever this comes out, and mwah!